last 7 years.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, man. I left Comcast.
In the first round, you know, and second round, just take it to him. You know, stay in close, stay inside, take his power away from him on the inside, and you know, and just go from there. You know, run rounds 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, try to make something big happen. And in that first round, you know, it was kind of just me jabbing, moving around, not getting hit, making it out the first round. You know, in the second round, I did it a little bit more. I threw a few punches and a few right hands in the second round, but it was trying to get in close. But I seen in the second round that, you know, I could still see he was still trying to press forward. So I tried to box him a little bit more and ended up getting caught in the top of my head. So the game plan didn't go exactly as we wanted it. But you can see in like the 6th, 7th, 8th round, you know, I started getting close. That's when I woke up, got back to myself. I got in the inside, and he really couldn't handle the inside work at all.
Right. I saw the same thing, but I also saw him get tired a little bit.
Right,
exactly. I saw maybe 5 and 6. You can see he was breathing a little bit heavy. And plus, you was touching him. You were touching him, and I don't know if he was frustrated because he didn't get you out when he thought he was going to get you out.
Yes.
But I could definitely see him tired. So you saw him tired too?
Yeah, definitely. And definitely, I definitely seen him tired. And that's when I was ready to step on the gas. But like I said, when I was ready to step on the gas, my feet weren't under me. It was like, once I went to go, I was like, okay, he's ready to go. When I went to go step down, it was like, oh man. And I hurt my knee in the fight, man. I don't know how I hurt my knee. I don't know how, I don't know when or how, but I hurt my knee. And I guess my body was telling myself that, like, look, man, you hurt. You know, you just gotta win right now. You gotta try to do whatever you can to win. So when I was trying to sit down on my punches, man, it was just like I couldn't, man. It was either I was gonna fall or my legs weren't under me or something. So, man, it was just like, you know, I just gotta win. That was the only thing I could do in that fight, was just throw my punches as fast as I could or try to throw it hard, but I couldn't really sit down on it how I normally do, man. That was a frustrating part for me, but I knew at the end of the day, you know, I can control the dude. I can control him. I had everything. I had control. You know, I had control. The 5th, 6th, and 7th round, I had an 8th round. I had every bit of control, you know. And I didn't even have my legs up under me, but I had control.
This is Paul Jones, East Side Boxing. Congratulations.
How you doing, Paul?
How you doing, buddy? Great performance. I thought it was a good performance all the way around.
Thank you.
That the experts, you know, the Vegas odds makers, they had you not even making it out of a round and a half. So, I mean, you know, which we knew, we've discussed that this would be a different fight. My question for you is sort of looking at the fight as a whole. What are your key takeaways from the fight that had this under you?
What I take from that from the whole fight, man, is that you know, I've been telling people a long time, you know, that I just want to show the world, you know, my skills and my abilities and my talents. And I think this weekend I was able to show not all of them, but a lot of them. You know, I got hurt in the second round. I got hurt bad. You know, anytime your equilibrium is messed up and you can still continue to fight throughout the fight, I think that's right there is greatness alone. You know, a lot of people are not able to continue to fight with a knockout artist 8 rounds and able to survive in a fight, you know. And with me, I just survived off of pure talent and heart, you know. So I didn't get to show all of that I wanted, but I showed that you know, I have the heart of a champion and I have the skills of a champion, and yeah, and I can beat some of the best in the world. You know, I think that's what I got out of that fight right there. You know, I didn't take a whole lot of punches, but the punches I did take, you know, were effective. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm ready for these top guys, man. You know, I think that's what I proved this weekend, and yeah, moving forward, man, it's gonna be bright. It's gonna be a bright future for me.
Hey, Damon, tell me this: the way that boxing has quickly evolved in showcasing the young talent with the young careers now.
Yes, sir.
And you going into this fight, you know, now is what is your, it was your 20, this is your 20, that was your 27th fight. And you know, they showcasing individuals sometimes with under 10 fights and not within maybe a year and a half, 2 years, they fighting for titles now.
Right.
You know, so how do you feel about blending in or still staying in that same category when the boxing world is moving on with the young talent?
Honestly, Mr. Juan, these guys that are fighting that has 10 fights and stuff like that, they're not really, when they do fight for the titles, I don't think they're fighting the real champions. I think the only person who did fight some real competition was Lomachenko. You know, if you look at any other fighters I can't really think of any of the young fighters that's fighting, that's 10-0, that's fighting for titles. But Lomachenko is probably the only one I see that can do it, you know. A lot of these young guys, man, they're not ready for that level yet. Even I don't think Berlanga is not ready. I think I proved that this weekend. You know, even though, you know, they gave him the win, he won. I mean, he earned the win. I'm not gonna say they gave him the win. He dropped me twice, you know. So even though he earned the win, but at the same time, you know, their skill level is not quite there yet. They're still learning. They still have to grow. They still have to get through those hard fights, you know. So
and also we talked about your game. What exactly was your game plan going into this fight?
Just like I said, get out the first round and take it to him from there. Get out the first round and take it to him from there, make him feel a little pain, test his heart, test his will, and that's it.
All right, what's next for you after this fight?
Shoot, it's time to, I mean, right now, I'll probably be back in July. Hopefully it'll be back on TV. But it's looking like I'll be back in July, August, summertime. Summertime.
Go ahead, Ron.
2 questions. I don't think there was any doubt in any of our minds who saw you fight over your career that you will make it out of the first round.
Yes.
I thought that too. Because I mean, it just wasn't even in the thought process.
Right.
That the Mark wasn't going to get through the first round. That wasn't no question.
Right.
And I think he was really trying to get you out in the first.
He was. But he didn't.
Puerto Ricans or whoever. But that was
right. He really was trying to. But see, that's the thing. You know, you have to know how to knock somebody out. You have to set punches up. You have to set knockouts up. Knockouts just don't come, you know, unless you're fighting a bum, you know, and that's one thing I'm not a bum, you know, so for you to knock me out in the first round, you're going to have to be a world-class dominant fighter, you know, and he couldn't get the job done. Even in the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, you know, he didn't know how to set the knockout up, you know, and I seen that. I took that away from him, you know, with my movement, with my jabs, with my little punches that I was landing, you know. He couldn't set the knockout up, you know. My feet were too quick for him. My hands were too quick for him, you know. It wasn't going to happen. He didn't possess the skill level to knock me out, you know.
I think you laid the groundwork for his future opponent to, in a scouting kind of way.
Yeah.
Because he's young. He's only 23.
Exactly.
One more question from me. That was a top-ranked fight. So is Aaron in touch with you guys for future fights or what?
Uh-oh.
I'm not.
Was that a loaded question? That's a loaded question, Ron.
Man, I'm not really sure. But I know for a fact we'll probably be back working with Top Rank. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't want me back. You know, we put on a great show. Yeah, I lost, but at the end of the day, it was like a win. You know, to me.
Are you strictly a free agent, or are you lined up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm strictly a free agent.
Like Sugar Ray Leonard was.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I'm strictly a free agent, so it's time to have some fun.
Hey, Demond, can I piggyback off what Ron was just talking about in the politics of boxing, and you're a free agent, and that's kind of rare. Somebody usually has a tie with somebody, whether it's PBC, a Matchroom, or the Zone, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
What's it like navigating these waters now? I mean, the fight with Berlanga, that's a big fight. You got a big fight, and you're not even down with top rank per se. So that's in when I heard you got the fight, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I was like, wow.
It's kind of,
that's a big fight to have for somebody who's not tied in with somebody promotional.
Right.
What's it like, man?
It's a blessing, man. Honestly, you know, it's a major blessing, man, that I'm thankful for. You know, I'm mad at I can't say I'm mad at myself, but I'm disappointed that, you know, I didn't get the win, you know, but hey, you know, God must have something much better in store for me, you know, so I can't complain about it, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, it's a blessing that I'm able to be a free agent. I have ties with no one, you know, and I just I think I look great on television, not more so skill wise or nothing like that, but just to show my heart. You know, it takes a lot of heart to do what I did this weekend, man, and I'm realizing that. So it's a great feeling, man. Hopefully, man, I get a few calls, a few more big fights, and by this summer. And man, it's like right now I can do whatever I want. You know, it's no oh nah, man, you can't do this because you with this person or that person. It's just like who's offering the most money right now? You know, that's what it is right now. You know. So, man, it's a great feeling, man. It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Can I piggyback one more question off of that?
Of course.
Because of your experience and everything, at 168 it's starting to percolate.
Yes.
All right. I know that starts with Canelo.
Yeah.
Because Canelo's there, that means everybody wants to be there.
Right.
So, but I also know that you trained with Caleb Plant. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you was in his camp, and can you give me and the folks that might be watching kind of a layout at 168? Who do you think the best fighter is at 168, and where do you think the chips may fall in the division?
I mean, out of respect, you know, you have to give it to Canelo, just out of respect. But I don't think, honestly, you know, Caleb and Benavidez, man, right now, even Billy Joe Saunders number one. I'm sorry. Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb, and Benavidez, man, they're the top three to me, you know, in that weight class, far as champions and stuff like that. You know, those three right there are the top. Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb, and Benavidez. They are the top three, you know, under Canelo. You know, and Canelo is just also respect thing. You know, that he's done a lot in the sport of boxing. He has probably the most fans in the world. And yeah.
Do you think Sanders has a chance? I'm sorry. Do you think Sanders has a chance?
Yes, I do. I do think he has a chance. I think he has to jump. He has to start early, establishing control and stuff like that, because, you know, man, Canelo is powerful, man. So he can't both of them get tired, but he can't get tired in the fifth or sixth round because he can go night-night. But I think it's going to be a very interesting fight. Canelo always have problems with boxers that move and that can move and stuff like that. You know, every fight if you look at every boxer that he's fought, you know, he had a major problem with him. So I think if Billy Joe Saunders can box how he does, he can get Canelo.
Picking up on this idea of, you know, of sort of different people fighting, I know I saw some stuff on Twitter. I saw a few tweets from Jesse Hart, who had mentioned after watching your fight that Berlanga wasn't ready for him. So my question to you is, you've now fought Berlanga, you've now fought Jesse Hart. If those two are to square off against each other, how do you see that playing out?
I want the winner. I want the winner, but I think honestly how that fight plays out, I'm not sure, man. I think that would be a great fight. Yeah. The way Jesse boxed, I think if he just comes out, you know, establishing that jab, you know, I think he will be good, you know. But he can't fall asleep. He can't fall asleep with this kid. You know, I think if he falls asleep, you know, he can go to sleep, you know. But I think if he established the jab that he has, and once he established that jab for the first 4 to 5 rounds, then start dropping that right hand on a frequent basis, I think, you know, he would do good, you know. That's about it. Because I look back at that fight now, you know, if I would have just kept jabbing him the first 3-4 rounds, I know by the time the 4th, 5th, and 6th and 7th round came, he was gonna be ready to go, you know. I wish that fight could have went a little differently, but hey, it's boxing, man. Things happen. You win some and you lose some, you know. As long as you go out fighting, hey, it is what it is.
Hey, Demar, how's your health, man? How's your kidneys and so on?
My kidneys are doing great. When I went away to Vegas. I just went to go get a checkup in Vegas. My kidneys were doing great, man. So that's not even I'm glad that's not a problem right now. It's just about now. It's about staying healthy and staying in shape.
When did you guys or have you guys, you know, when you got to a certain part of your career, have you sat down and really looked at a realistic picture or blueprint of the rest of your career from this point on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm actually. You say it again.
So you're 28. You know, you passed the midpoint of your career now. You know, you're working in the I guess I want to say the 3rd, 4th quarter maybe.
Yeah.
You know. So
third quarter.
Oh, the 3rd quarter. So have you guys had a realistic look at the future of your career?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like after this fight, I told my dad, I said, I told my whole team, I said, look, what's on your finger? I said, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me?
Yep. We can't see you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. 1 second. I'm sorry. I told my team, you know, after this fight, you know, I thought I was thinking about retiring. My team said, look, man, let's go back, look at the fight, and we can go from there. They told me, they said, nah, man, you crazy. They said, man, you got a lot left in the tank. They were actually, you know, excited and happy the way I performed. So they said, man, look, you gotta give it a try. I said, okay, I'm gonna give it one more try. And we can go wherever we end up, we can go from there. And so right now, I'm looking to start a few businesses right now outside of boxing. So that's in play, you know. I got 3 kids, fellas. You know, I don't want my children to see me getting dropped or beat up on TV anymore, you know, or in person. So I'm looking to start some few businesses, and I'm gonna give boxing one more run.
So how old are your kids?
My oldest is 6. My son is 4, and my youngest is 3.
Okay. So, you know, and you say you're gonna give it one more shot. So are you in the 3rd quarter or the 4th quarter?
I'm in the 3rd. Reality, I'm in the 3rd. But mentally, for myself, I tell myself, you know, this is it. You know, I don't want to continue something that, you know, where I'm not building myself, you know. So I start coaching, man. It doesn't matter to me. I would start coaching, man, you know. But I feel confident. I know this next outing I'm definitely be on top.
So how much time you gonna give yourself if you don't start to see calls coming in like you want?
Oh no. We recently got a call the other day, so it looked like hopefully I'll be back in July, August.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Else?
Thanks, man. I'm signing out.
Okay, Ron.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Colvin, you got anything else, Colvin?
No, I think. Well, let me ask you one more question, Demond, if it's okay. we go back to 168 just for a second, and the fighters that you named, yeah, definitely at the top. But because Canelo's there and there's money to be made, and you referenced that fact too, and that's an important part of this game is the money part of it. You got people like Charlo, you got Andre, and other people that may want to come up from 160. Tell me, because I don't know, because I'm a fight fan, but I don't know how this really goes. Somebody that's at 160 that wants to go to 168, and you think about, what's 8 pounds? What is 8 pounds to a boxer in making that move? And your skill set that you might be good at 160, but at 168, that may change.
It's totally different, man. Because you know, my first real fight at 168 was with Jesse Hart, and I was moving up from 160, and the power was totally different. Totally different. When Jesse hit me in that first round, I said, "Oh." I remember I said, "Oh, like, man, it's a different type of power, especially moving up from 160. It's something that you have to really train for, get used to, you know." So they think they coming up they think it's gonna be a easy go lucky around, you know. They got something else. They got something else in store.
Are you completely done with 160?
Yes, sir. I'm completely done. And the only reason why I'm completely done, I can make 160, but the only reason why I'm completely done is just because of my kidneys. I don't want to put that extra oomph on my kidneys. You know, there's no need for that. Yeah. It would have to be a lot of money to make that to go to 160. That way I can get a chef, nutritionist, and all that. That stuff costs. So right now, nah.
You look good though. You look cut and everything. And like you said, Berlanga, you said in the press conference before the fight, you thought Berlanga was bigger than what your eyes was telling you. But in the ring, he looked big. You look cut. You look cut and fit. He just looked big.
He just looked like big. He was just big. Yeah.
Yeah. It was crazy, man. And then the ring didn't do you no favors either, because the first thing on my text, I was texting
the ring was like, tiny.
That ring looked like a shoebox.
The ring was tiny.
Let's get into some of the details about the fight. As the rounds went on, what were your coaches telling you? What kind of adjustments were they telling you to make?
See, my coaches, I'm not gonna say they kind of panicked, but they didn't panic. But they were just telling me, like, look, you know.
What'd I tell you?
My coaches told me, you know, like, look, man, you have to get yourself together. See, at first they didn't realize, you know, I was kind of out of it. You know,
that's okay. The second round, okay.
Yeah, that when he hit me on the top of my head, I was kind of out of it, you know. So I had to get myself together. So once they realized that, they understood, you know, and we all came together. Shoot, my coaches, they were switching who got in the ring at first, you know, just to see who I would respond to, you know. But once I got myself together, they picked up and we got back on board, you know. Yeah. My coach told me, you want me to stop the fight at one point? I said, hell no.
Oh, okay. What round was that when they asked you that?
I think it was round 4 or 5.
Okay. Even throughout some of the rounds, what were they shouting to you in the ring? Because I kept hearing you say, I got you. What were you telling? What were they telling you?
You know what, Mr. One, I have no idea.
Oh, really? I just kept hearing you say, I got you.
I got it too. I heard you say that too.
But I have no idea what they were yelling. I don't remember.
Because at one point I thought that you were just going to go to survival mode once you found out yourself was hurting.
Yeah.
But then you started box again. But now you explained that you tried to get the power off, but you couldn't just plant your legs to get the power.
Right. And that was tough for me, man, because it was kind of hard to really, you know, keep him off of me, you know, but I had to use my legs, you know. I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice. So once I seen he was just following me around the ring, I was like, okay, it's not as bad. I thought he would at least cut the ring off or something like that, but he literally followed me around the ring. So he made it a lot easier for me.
Yeah, that was my next question. What flaws did you see? Now he's went the distance for the first time in his career. What flaws have you seen?
Man, I've seen so many flaws, Mr. Juan. He doesn't know how to cut the ring off. He can't fight in the inside. And in order for him to land a punch, you have to be right in front of him. You know, as long as you're moving, not standing in front of him, you got him.
Yeah.
So for that, like I use that, like so you know, God willing, you know, we get a rematch. You know, I think. Would y'all like to see a rematch?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So like, I think in a rematch, man, honestly, I see me knocking him out. Honestly, the fight would go much different. I will box him for at least 3 to 4 rounds, make him beat my jab, even if it's that, and then from there go for the kill. You know,
my honest opinion on him taking a rematch, he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it.
Because he knows.
If he was smart, he would.
Yeah.
If he was smart, he would.
Yeah.
If he was smart, he would.
And his team wouldn't want him to take that rematch either.
Right.
And basically, I think with this fight, I think they've been exposed to a lot of stuff now.
Right.
Because you got the KO kid going past and going the distance.
Right.
You know, not even getting in the in-between rounds, getting the KO. So, he had to press the distance, and a lot of his flaws were taken away from him. And then now it shows me that he doesn't have the capability of knocking somebody out beyond the first round if he had to go the distance.
Exactly. And
like
then
you said, he didn't set his punches up.
Right.
Building on what Juan had said, another thing I picked up on is you seem to have unlocked a few things as well. From an endurance standpoint, it seems like your body work really paid dividends as the fight led on, because he definitely run out of steam late. Were you experiencing the same type of thing?
Was I experiencing like
were you sensing the same thing in him?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I did. And the crazy thing about that was I was like, okay. I started feeling myself, because I couldn't really sit down on the body shots, but he was still feeling them. He started breathing. He didn't want to take them. Like when we went to inside, it was like he couldn't throw no punches. Now I don't know, it was because he can't fight in the inside, or he really didn't want to open up, because when he opened up, that's when most of the times I was hitting him, Yeah, but man, I enjoy talking boxing with you guys, man. I swear I do.
Hey man, we enjoy your honesty in telling us what's going on.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times on the outside looking in, we're fight fans first,
right?
Before we're anything else. And so we can see those things that you're talking about in the ring, and we're texting each other like, oh, he can get him, he took a shot or whatever.
Right.
So if we see him, we know, of course, you know what's going on with it and everything.
Right.
And so it kind of gives the person that doesn't know, it peels it back and tells them what the real deal of the game is. Particularly with Berlanga, because he had so much hype and everything. And one thing that we didn't talk about is y'all's fight was the most viewed fight of the night. Not the Navarrete fight. Not the main event fight.
Right.
You guys were.
Right.
And that was a good fight too.
Yeah. The main event.
Oh man, that was a monster
They
fight.
rumbled.
They did. Yeah. But with him, with Navarrete, he's gonna bring heat. Diaz gonna bring heat. When they get to the ring, they're gonna bring a lot of heat and everything.
Yes.
So you guys really did kick off a nice little stretch of boxing that we have between now and the end of May, man. It's stacked. Not even talking about Canelo and talking about Ramirez and Taylor, and there's some really nice matches out there and everything. So I appreciate you, man. Keep up the good work and everything.
I appreciate you, gentlemen.
Peace and blessings to you and everything. And when you get back in the ring, please let us know so we can rap about it and everything.
Of course,
We'll definitely pub it up.
It's looking like I spoke with some people 2 days ago. It's looking like I told them I'll be ready in July. So hopefully July or August.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep you posted.
Appreciate you guys coming on. Thanks to Mom for all your insights, man. We appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, fellas.
All right.
Thanks, Colvin.
All right, y'all. All right, Ron. All right, man.
Take care.
Nice to see y'all. All right.
Right now.